It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And we've got the Black Knights, sure-handed wide receiver. There are few better in the red zone as he comes in fourth in touchdown receptions. It's the Black Knights and the Redwoods, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 24.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Back to throw. Kenny. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
And they'll send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And you and I both know that any win is a good win. And that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and a couple.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
On 1st down, Downing. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
This now a 3rd and 4.
Looking to throw. Downing. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
On 1st and 10. Downing. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again. Downing. And he comes back with one complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Here we go now on 1st and goal.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. It's the fullback.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Black Knights will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This taken in right around the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
To throw on 2nd down. Kenny. For Kenner here, it's complete. And he goes out right around the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. Throwing on 1st down. Kenny.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
So a 1st interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the...
Oh, wide open, complete, touchdown. A big play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year.
And the Black Knights are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Taken at the goal line.
Now a hit and a loose football.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secure. And a lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery. but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Throwing again. Kenny.
Wow, that is incomplete. When you look at this defense,
coming into this one ranked number 19 in the NFL against the Pats.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That zero on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Taken from just outside the 30. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Downing. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that will bring up second down. Back to throw. Downing. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
To throw on third down. Downing.
The throw right side here going to be incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken at the 15. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and that will come the offense as they take over.
The Honolulu offense set to take over possession of the football.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start this drive out on the ground. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
On first down, Kenny. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw. Kenny. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Back to throw. Kenny. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Throwing to start the drive. Downing. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
A 2nd and 11 from the 19.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 32 that time. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Downing. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try.
Ball start, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Downing. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the 1st and goal.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead. And part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd down. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
Back to throw again. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. It's a loss of 5 there on the sack to bring up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal at the 14-yard line. Operating from the gun. Downing. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the connection, but not enough. 4th down.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Honolulu offense set to take over possession of the football. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
That's to the sideline and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
This is taken at the 23. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return.
Well, the Rio offense about to set up shop once again.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
At the 29-yard line. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. And on now is the punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It's taken to the 26. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return.
The Honolulu offense set to take over possession of the football. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick 6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick 6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
Point after try forthcoming. And the lead is now 24. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Throw left side complete. That's Brooks. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. Looking to throw. Kenny. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5.
Operating from the gun, Kenny. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Now the Rio offense set to take over. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard. Off play action. Downing. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a 1st down.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. At the 32-yard line. Back to throw. Downing. Quick hitter here. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st.
On 3rd down. Downing. And down inside the 15 he goes. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Off the play fake. Downing. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Black Knights are able to add on to their first half lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. This offense back to work now late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Fair to say it hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And they'll get him down 2 yards shy after a pickup of 8. 4th and 2. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. One final go for this offense here in this first half. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. Final 24 seconds of the first half as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Downing. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So we've reached halftime here. Charles has already thrown off his headset. He's out here. He says, it's Christmas Day. I'm going home. We're not done yet, though. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Merry Christmas to you at home as we take you around the NFL on this 25th day of December. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And it's the visitors who are out in front in the 2nd quarter. These Shamrocks locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. From there, we're off to check out another game. And as you see, they were winners earlier this afternoon. 28-17, your final score. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And as you see, they were winners in their ball game. The Blues are still holding on as the win gets them to 9-6 on the year with 2 games to go.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. This offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the 2nd half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Downing. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. His first catch of this 3rd quarter, he had 7 in the first half. It's also a first down.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long, had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. So the false start will back them up 5.
False start, offense.
This O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
They'll look to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. Operating from the gun. Downing. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again. Downing. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Downing. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early.
Defense.
They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty,
it's intercepted. A drive killer there.
And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
Now they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
2nd down and 8.
Off play action. Kenny. Wide open receiver complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
2nd and 5.
Operating from the gun. Kenny. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Redwood.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's got this down to the 35. 15 yards there on the catch and run. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
13 yards remaining on 2nd down.
Back to throw. Kenny.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there.
And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Now the Rio offense set to take over. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, their goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Looking to throw. Downing. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd down and 9.
Off the play fake. Downing. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 22 yards there, a first down.
The partner still in the 3rd quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the 4th quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt when they're playing well. They just want to continue the process.
And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early.
Ball start, offense.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And a short gain down to about the 33.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Operating from the gun. Downing.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
A big play there as they... And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
Evades him at the 10. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun. Downing. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
All right, let's give them a little bit of applause here. Good for them because this has been a defensive nightmare for them thus far. At least they're finally getting a couple of big plays. Won't make the scoreboard of the ride home easier, but one good moment to watch in film next week.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
To throw on 3rd down. Downing. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Back to throw. Downing. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Touchdown! From 4 yards out.
And the Black Knights are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Honolulu offense set to take over possession of the football. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. This ball taken in here by Brooks. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Kenny. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and a yard. Operating from the gun. Kenny. That's pulled in by Brooks. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. On 1st and 10, Kenny. Looking left side, and it's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Back to throw. Kenny.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw on 2nd down. Kenny. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that when he's fortunate.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And as a result, possession switches hands. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we're going to get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Off play action. Downing. And that will be incomplete.
Well, big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
A 39-yard punt, a return of 5.
Now the Honolulu offense set to take over possession of the football. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter and a big deficit, Charles. But they move the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board? So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
Brings up second and a yard.
Looking to throw on second down. Kenny throwing left side here, and it's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Kenny. And he's got his man on the out route. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
Brings up second and 4 at the 24-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call.
Ball start, offense.
That was a 3rd and somewhat manageable, now not so manageable.
Exactly, because you had a play call on that you felt like, hey, this could go quick, and it doesn't take much to get it done. Now, you got to start thinking about a little bit of a deeper route type of a call, especially if you want to throw it.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
Now the Rio offense set to take over.
And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. So here's a 3rd and 14.
Off the play fake. Downing.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Downing. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
So the fourth down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Hart. And a solid run down inside the 30. Solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Right back to him on 1st down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
51 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described. Manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them in just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish. Just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for Rio,
it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they will hit the road next week.
Meanwhile, for Honolulu,
they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall